प्रेम से बोलो वृंदावन लाल की जय. Devotees, let's all stand this morning as we begin with Arati. Put your hands together. Sajam cham varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam ayam deepam grihana devesham त्रैलोक्या तिमिरापहम. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ पंचम वेराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही. हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही. जग की मंगल के आरती. Everybody. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला. हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला. ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला. हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला. है सुख करनी है दुख हरनी. सुख करनी है दुख हरनी. हे मधुसूदन की आरती हो. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. Everybody. ये मधुर बोल जग पंद खोल सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला. बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला. ये मधुर बोल जग पंद खोल सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला. बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला. राम यही घनश्याम यही. राम यही घनश्याम यही. प्रभु की महिमा के आरती. पापियों Everybody. पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से तारती. ओम नमो नारायण. हरि ओम नमो नारायण. Disevitam. Everybody. Kapet Jumbo.
Balchar Bhashritam.
Umasutam Sho.
Kalvinashanaradam.
Namami Viganeshwara. Sarvamangala Mangalye.
Shive Sarvada Sadike.
Sharanye Trayambike Gauri. Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody.
Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Guru Brahma, Guru
Vishnu,
Guru Devo
Maheshwara,
Guru Sakshat
Param Brahma,
Tasmai Shri
Gurave Namah.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Everybody, please have your seat. Make yourself comfortable. Cordial welcome to everybody in the mandir, in the ashram here, and all of you viewing this morning on the various platforms as we get set for 4th session of Bhagavad. This morning, for those of us that are here, for those of you viewing, what an opportunity. The month of Shravan has started, and throughout the world people are doing Shravan Vrat this morning. Shravan Vrat is a Lord Shiva's day on the Somvar, on the Monday. For this month of Shravan, for 5 Mondays, people are doing Lord Shiva prayer. Lingam Puja. People gather together to chant his prayer, do worship, make offerings on the Lingam as we have done this morning. Before we go further, for those of us here, let's chant a little prayer to Lord Shiva. Put your hands together. So we are not in any deficiency, but we are going to go beyond by listening to Lord Shiva, doing his prayer, and then going into our Bhagavad Katha. Nagindraharaya Trilochanaya Bhashmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namaha Shivaya Mandakini Salila Chandan Charichitaya Nandishwara Pramata Nata Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraya Namaha Shivaya Shivaya Gauri Vandanavajavrinda Suryaya Daksha Dwaranashakaya Srinilakantaya Vriswadvajaya Tasmai Shikaraya Namaha Shivaya Vashishtu Kumbud Bhavagautamaraya Muninda Devara Chitashikaraya Chandra Kavaishwara Naralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namaha Shivaya Yagvasvarupaya Jatadharaya Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaya Devaya Digambaraya Tasmai Akaraya Namaha Shivaya. Bow your head as we do the pratna, the blessings. Panchaksharam idam punyam yapate Shiva Sanidau Shivalok navapnoti Shivane samudate Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bhanana Mrityu mukshya mamrita Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. That last verse says, whosoever repeats this prayer, whosoever listens to this prayer when it is being chanted, composed of the 5 letters of the name of that Panchakshar mantra. Om, Na, Om is a separate mantra. Namah Shivaya, the 5 syllables of his name. That person is always blessed. That when it is time for them to go into their divine travel to meet with the Lord, they are allowed into the abode of Lord Shiva, where they experience bliss. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. This morning, as we continue from last night's discourse, last night where we left off, the chariot has departed from Vrindavan. For the last time, Krishna lives in Vrindavan. For the last time, he plays the Basuri. The idea that Krishna is going to remain with that flute sometimes is not correct. The person may not have the accurate idea of how Krishna is. We heard that he gives up the flute to Radha in Vrindavan as he is called by his uncle Akrura, his father's Vasudev's cousin. Kans had sent this loving person, this family member, to bring him to Mathura so that they could kill him with bad intention. Family is used now to coax this person to come. And as he's leaving Vrindavan, let me ask you this, the first piece of information this morning. You're the Hindu. Whenever we go prayers, we just hear Vrindavan, Bihari Lal ki jai. Bihari Lal means the son of Bihari or Bihari. I've said it many times, but sitting where you are this morning, if somebody says, well, what that really mean? I hear people say it, but what it mean? What is the history behind it? Vrindavan, where they're talking about? Bihari, who lives in Vrindavan. Lal, the son of Bihari, who lives in Vrindavan. Ki jai, we glorify victory for that person. The history of that statement. There was a man called Banke Bihari that lived in Vrindavan, and he had a great amount of blessing. He had a lot of poetry skills, and every day part of his blessing, Radha and Krishna in a young form would come every day to listen to his poetry. And every day he would sing for them and they would dance. He would feed them and talk to them. And every day they would tell him, we've come to hear what you have made for us today. What is the poem? What is the bhajan? What is the song? The kirtan? What is the passage of today? And when Radha is coming off, because as they are coming every day, they're growing more and more, growing up. Last time we heard when somebody names Kishori, or you hear in Bhajan, somebody says Kishori. Kishora is the title for the puberty age, when they're between 11 and 15. When Radha reached that age, Banke says, Prabhu, I don't feel it is appropriate for me to bathe mother anymore. As she's becoming a young lady, she's no longer a baby. But every day after he feed them, he would bathe them. See the care in your heart. And he says, I feel this time is passing. And I have no problem bathing you as a male child. But Prabhu, out of respect, in a very humble and nice way, I don't think I should be bathing mother anymore. But Radha feels a how. Radha feels that you're putting her away, you're throwing her away now. And she gets angry, upset, and they disappear that evening. The next day, Krishna and Radha don't come. For every day, for how many years, Banke is seeing these children, knowing who they are. Every day, this is his ritual. He goes to meet God, and sitting under his tree, he would sing for them. These are his children. And now, no children. Different kind of tears, a different type of sadness. And he prays, if I've upset you, dear mother, if I upset you, Krishna, please forgive me. But come back. Come back. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Krishna comes one day and he says, from today, we will not come back in the same way, based on what you have said. Because of the purity of your prayer, mother does not want to come in this way, where we are dancing and frolicking and kissing and playing. We will not be here like this anymore. And Banki started to cry. And when he says, but Prabhu, I didn't mean bad, I was being respectful. I didn't mean to insult her in any way. But this is what I meant, that because of her age, I don't want to incur any inappropriate slander. He says, we will come, but in the form of a murti that will be established here. And it will always grow. It will always have the luster of our true form. It will be a true force here. And you will sing for our murti every day. When that murti established then, till today, in Vrindavan, there is Banke Bihari's temple. The murti still exists. People go there. The first time we went and we saw it, I've never been in a crowd like this. Chest to back type of people. Everybody just, not to say you went and do puja like how we do it, Pandit. If you just get to see the murti, the darshan. Last time we spoke about what the word darshan means. To see it, just to see it, you get the blessings. As if you've done the prayer. People go just to get a little morsel of the parsad. It is so quick. Imagine, and the Asha Mala for the murti of Krishna, and as they recite Krishna Arpan, they will send it back now for Keshava, for Pandit. This is for you. This is from the murti. This is from the murti, and everything that is placed, because it is just so much. If we do lingam puja this morning, like what we do for Shivratri, in 2 twos that lingam is covered, you can't see the lingam anymore. So to keep it balanced, they give it away as a darshan, as a blessing to you, that something touched by God is coming to you now. And it's so quick. All you get to do is watch, maybe bow if you're lucky, because you don't have the space to do this, to bow forward. So much people, everybody wants to go to Banke's temple. So for that reason, everybody, till today, you will hear Banke Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Bihari Lal, Vrindavan, where he lived, Bihari Lal, the son of Bihari, we bow to you, we wish you victory, O son of Bihari. And whenever you hear Banke Bihari Lal Ki, Gopal Ki, all the bhajan, a lot of them was written by this person. This is where these things come from. So if you hear the chanting, as we're talking about bhakti, and you're listening to your bhajan, understand the history behind it. Imagine after doing yesterday's discourse about Govardhan, Govardhan Giridhari, and you hear, now I understand, he is lifting Govardhan. The person is singing based on what they have heard, what they've learned, what they absorb, and they understand. 7 days he lifted that mountain. We understand who Govardhan is in Ramayana when Hanuman Baba put down Govardhan. We understand it now, and with that knowledge, I believe in it, I sing it, I glorify it. Radha Mohan Radha Jivana. Yari bolsa. Radha Mohan Radha Jivana. Close your eye. Let me do it correct. And just sing for him a little bit. Radha Mohan Radha Jivana. Radha Mohan Radha Jivana. Mangala Kunja Vihari. Mangala Kunja Vihari. Radha Mohan. She is Mohan. She belongs to Radha. Radha Jivan, she's the life of Radha. Oh Krishna, we bow to you, oh Kunj Bihari. You are the joy of Bihari. When you hear people named Kunj Bihari in your country, in your surname, they're calling Krishna by a different name. Radha Mohan Radha Jivan. Radha Mohan Radha Jivan. Mangala Kunja Bihari. Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Radha Mohan Radha Jivan. Radha Mohan Radha Jivan. Radha Mohan Radha Jivan. Radha Mohan Mangala Kunja Vihari. Mangala Kunja Vihari. Mangala Kunja Vihari. Mangala Kunja Vihari. Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhan Giridhari. Imagine the sadness. It is time now for the foot of Krishna to leave Govardhan. Gokul is abandoned. Vrindavan is empty now. The life of Vrindavan has left. He went on a chariot and he drove away. And everybody is feeling as if they are separated from their life, just as Bihari did. As we continue this morning, everybody put your hands together as we get ready to do our Sumira. Riddhi Siddhi Datta Siddhi Sadana Vadana Vadana Sumiro Vadamban Madana Kadana Kilalako Ganapati Kripa Nidan Jnana Dhani Ananda Bhavana panda, charana sharana le anakara. Jai 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 Jagadisha, Sevata Shesha Mahesha Ja, Mahima Mevata Beda, Beda Beda Janata Rahe, Redhi Siddhi Data, Siddhi Sarana Varana Varana, Sumiro Barambar, Madana Kadana Ke Lal Ko, Sumiro Barambar, Madana Kadana Ke Lal Ko. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. We enter this morning as we are wrapping up chapter 41. Notice we are going in order. Notice that we are not leaving out this part and that portion, but we want to learn about our Krishna. And in order for the Sanatanists, they must know everything in order to really believe in him. I'm using bhajan to give the backstory of all that you are hearing, and I want you to realize we didn't know what Govinda mean. We didn't know what that Govardhanadhari, where that come from. How did Govardhan end up so important in our dharma? Why are people till today making tira to go and see the Govardhan Parvat? Why is it happening? And when you understand your Kanha a little more, when you understand the sweetness of Bhagavad, then the person is allowed in their heart to show that they're Christian. I accept you. Krishna, I love you. Krishna, I want to hold on to you. This now we enter verse 19, slok 19, where Akrura reaches to the city of Mathura late in the evening. After bringing the two boys, Nanda Baba, all of them to the city of Mathura, they camp with all the villagers from Vrindavan who had came, all the men had came, because Raja Kans is doing Danur Yagya. He's doing the bow of Lord Shiva. Yagya for it, getting ready to do all types of black magic. We heard how he's getting ready to slaughter animals, bathe the bow with blood, as it were, so that when he pulls the bow in the battle and he's calling for blood, it doesn't stop until it kills the enemy. This is his prayer. This is how he uses that same Shiv Baba worship. This is what is inside of this person. Let's hear what happens. This morning as they camp out, Christian wants to go very meek, very mild. He doesn't make too much of trouble. He wants to see where his father rules, where his Nana Ugrasen, Raja Ugrasen, where he rules. What is the city of Mathura about? What are the people like? Let's hear what happens in these couple of verses. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Everybody for the Shravan. Let's sing for Lord Shiva. तो वायुसेनथा वचनाये द्विजया की दृष्ट पर पूरा सृष्टयोतम जय बोले बाबा तब शरणम जय बोले बाबा तब शरणम जय भोले बाबा तब शरणा Remember, Krishna this time is just a cow herder. He grows up, his city, his place is all the forests on top of Govardhan Hill. He grows up not knowing about big buildings. He knows about the greenery of the grass, the fields, the mooing and the cooing of the animals. This is what he has learned. But now, Krishna and Balaram enter a place where there are many buildings and busy roads, beautiful parks, limited green space. And he watches how people have built all forms of buildings, studded with gems and gold. He sees how the four-road is beautiful, decorated. He chooks Balaram, look how beautiful the people here are dressed. And we are underdressed, oh brother. Look at how much anklet and how beautiful their jewelry is. Look how opulent. Look at how much eye painting, the dots around their eyes. The girls look different. They are decorated different. He sees so much traffic, so much cars, so much chariots moving. It's a strange thing. The idea of a roadway being so busy is different. Different people are transporting different items, oils, different vegetables. The soldiers are streaming through the streets. Elephants roam the streets. These elephants are very powerful. And Krishna with his eyes open wide, Balaram with their eyes open wide are walking. But all the ladies, all the mothers, all the daughters of Mathura are noticing these two strangers. Who are they? How is it they are so handsome? Let's hear what happened. Prasida Shishapal Rupatam Mohanayena Palayate Jambu Dvidam Mrityuloktam Soyaye Prasariyati Jaya Bole Baba Katmanasya Kubido Devaki Sudayati Raja Kasya Kara Grivanare Sharira Ayat Yathayatam Jaya Bole Baba Sab Sharana Jaya Bole Baba Sab Sharana Jaya Bole Baba Sab Sharana Balaram, let us go and walk and see this beautiful place. These people must be of a higher nature. Mathura still exists and people still go there. But notice, nobody says Mathura Raj, Krishna Bhagwan Ki Jai. It is not the same. Why? Because of something that happens here. He assumes that these people are going to be loving meek and mild like those inhabitants of Vrindavan. All the houses, remember how the gopis loved him? Everybody, he would go and beg for milk, beg for makan, and every mother would take out from her pot and feed him. Whatever clothes, we heard how one mother who is given milk, she would take from her bosom and feed her children, and if Krishna wanted milk, she would feed him too. So he would go from house to house and collect all he had to collect from all his mothers. Everybody loved him, everybody played with him, and he grew with that love. So he assumed that the same love existed in Mathura. But when he walks now, he tells Balaram, we are underdressed. Look at how beautiful these people are. We need to go and get some clothes, brother. We need to get the kanhawar, the dupatta. We need to look a particular standard. We are going to meet Mamu, and we have to make sure we are at a certain status. Let's go and collect a piece of clothes. The son of Devaki went up to a Dhobi, to somebody who was taking clothes. Children wouldn't understand this. But in those days, there was no Frigidaire, there's no whirlpool, there's no washing machine. What people used to do is wash clothes in the river, and then they would beat it on stone. The Dhobi is beating the clothes. He's a very strong man, because to lift that wet clothes and fling it over his shoulder, he has to be very strong. And Christian goes and he says, "Oh friend, oh father, me and my brothers are new to this city. We are different. We come from a rustic, a rural background, and this urban city is so different to us. Could you please give us a nice piece of clothing so that we could fit in?" And the Dhobi says, "Do you take me for a person that only gives charity? Who are you, oh you rural cowfolk? Don't you know this upper garment, the neck piece, is reserved for upper class? Who are you to come and make demands on me? Who are you to even ask me for such a thing? Go from here. Don't bother me. Don't in any way disturb my work." And the son of Devaki felt so ashamed. He felt hurt. Bhagavad, chapter 41, verse 39. Nobody had never made him feel this way. And if you ask, how come we don't celebrate Mathura? How come we don't sing the praise of Mathura? This is what Mathura had. This was the nature of the people. A false pride. Not only was it in their leader, Kamsa, but the people had that. That this one was better, that one was greater, this one was different. And because of that difference, we are going to treat people differently. Let's hear what happened. Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharana. Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharana. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharana. He's walking and he's hurt. Will nobody help the helpless? Is this place so cursed? He reaches to the home of somebody, not Sudhaman. This is somebody else. This is an older fella. And he was a florist, and just like all these flowers are here, if you ever see a picture where Christian has like a crown of flowers, this person grieved to have grandchildren. His children lived at a distance, and he didn't have the grand to play with. So when these two young boys came and they paid pranam, walking in the city of Mathura, without even asking, Sudaman started to chuck flowers in their hair and started, come, let me decorate your hair. In the Western Hemisphere, we don't have flower market. We don't have people selling flowers the way India has it, side the road. But all the different type of flowers, they sell it. So the person might be prepared to go in the mandir. The ladies have different type of jasmine to wrap their hair. And this man was trained in the art of decorating the hair, the head. So sometimes when you look at Christian, there's no crown. He doesn't have a crown as yet. He's not a king. This is the man who is the king of the cows. This is Govind. And the first crown that Christian gets is from a loving grandfather. He puts flowers in his hair. For this reason, if you go to a Hare Krishna temple and you happen to see Christian standing not with the gold crown on his head, you know him, but understand that there was not a crown. He was not a king of anybody when he comes to Mathura. But this grandfather with love crowns him with beautiful flowers. And for this reason, when you go to temple and you see people make their mala, but the mala now is little small mala, very small mala. Sometimes the mala for Christian doesn't go around the neck, it grows on his head. and you wrap it, or you make it in a small circle and you just fit it over your murti, depending on the size. For this reason, I've seen it many times in Hare Krishna temple, but many times younger people don't understand the significance of it. Imagine our Lord was very distraught to see how urban life is, the city life. I heard so much, brother, about Mathura and how nice it is to live in the city. But if this is how they live, I don't want to live here. And then in the city of darkness, of all that grievance, he saw the love of this grandfather, and he accepted the flowers, and they were happy, and they were going. Nahi vachana vishwatam suya jodhanye amun samyo sarva bhutashu vachana ye atam jaya bole baba tab sharanam jaya bole baba tab sharanam. Everybody. Krishna tells him, "Oh devotee, oh great soul, ask me for something. I'm so happy with you." And he's playing with his face. He says, "Bless me, God, that I will always have the darshan. When I see your murti, when I see your pitya, when I see your temple, I must have the ability to take flowers and fashion costumes for you. For this reason, blessed is the hands, blessed is the person who has the ability to make mala." Imagine a trivial thing that we take for granted. But many pundits stress this point of making a mala, flowers mala. Not everybody has the ability. Not everybody has the darshan to do it. But when you could make your mala and put it for your murti, understand how much the effort. Yes, Baba, that is so much of work, eh? And that is the answer. If my work becomes a cleansing agent for negative karma, he says to Sudaman, "Bless you that you will always have that devotion, that you will make the sacrifice, and I will accept whatever sweet." Why the flowers? These flowers has nectar in it. It has a sweet scent, a pleasing aroma, and you are offering it now to the Devta. Please accept it, dear God, and accept me. Bless me with this nectar. Karma says, how I give is so I get. Bless me to have this type of nectar in my life. Maybe I'm going through some sickness, some trouble, some obscenity, some court matter, and I want betterment. Take the sweet smelling flowers and put it on your gourd, and when you put it, understand you are giving nectar, because I need nectar. I need happy, healthy, good days. For the person, everybody says, well, Babs, so what? We have good days now. Every day gonna be the same, but we have generally good days. Go and find somebody who have depression, and they have all the food and all the money and all the family, and because of maybe life's lessons, maybe because of the hormonal imbalance, because of how the brain is, for whatever reason, the person somehow cannot seem to enjoy it. They are lost in thoughts of other things. Most of the time, a memory of abuse or a fear of something to come. Somebody says to you, you have 6 months to live, and they put that full stop in your story. The type of thoughts I could only imagine, but what I am told when people come to talk, Pandit, it makes sense. Pandit, that is coming. Pandit, it is coming. I could preach Paul to a person like that. There are many things you and I'm saying it now, and people looking on, well, Pandit, the person can't give up, and the Pandit, but just put yourself in that situation for 1 second. Just let me empathize with what that person going through. Don't let me judge them and bore them with a lecture. Hold on. Just understand what that person going through as they hear it. They hear it. They're sitting in the doctor's office and tears start to come in their eye, and just understand that in that moment, that fear, and the way that depression holds on to that person. It takes a very strong person to come out from that grip. One of the tools that we believe in is to turn to God, that whatever, if it is Lord Shivat Om Trembakam Yajamahi, if it is your Katha, that there are brighter days coming, there are better days coming. I believe in the divinity. Me and you might hold on to that, but until you have the experience, that doctor said trouble coming, but my prayer said otherwise. Until you have that faith installation that because of this scary scenario I was going to lose, but I went to God, and you know what? I didn't lose. Maybe I went through the fire, but I didn't die. I didn't burn. The story wasn't full stop. It was just a comma. We had a little pause, we had a little pressure, but we continued to fight. We were there. And I know it is because of the prayers that I did, the charity that I did, the goodness that I was thinking. When a person has hurtful experiences, it starts there. Because if a person is happy every day, many people say, well, Pandit, everything going good, what are you praying for? They reach that maturity to even say thanks. They say, thank you what I have. It going good, keep it going good. Young children have that problem. Because maybe they don't have the experience in life. But imagine the lady make a child. Forget yourself. It's easy to say forget yourself. Think about the child getting diagnosed with something. And you have to see the pain that child going through. The journey. It isn't, in some people's case, let me be frank, if death came and take them, that would have made it easy. To be honest, as cruel as that sounds, it would have been easy to see the person go down. Whither are we? And in every step of the way, imagine the mother and father, Mommy, why are you going through this? Mommy, why am I having this problem? What does mommy say to that? When a person has these type of burdenous moment, take flowers and just decorate. Get into the habit. Things going good, decorate your God. You're coming here, bring flowers. What all it is here, this stupid pundit, study telling you. Bring flowers. Understand why. Understand what is the value. You are given nectar. Pandit Adesh will take your flowers and do the people puja. Who gets the blessing for helping these people do the prayers? You taught the benefit of this simple ingredient, but very potent ingredient in prayer. He blessed this man and he says, whenever you are reborn, you will always be the person to put flowers for me. For that reason, when you see some people have a gift to make mala, or the person is gifted to sew or to make the costume, maybe they're making a crown for the murti of Krishna in his murti. When you see how they put the little peacock feather crown and they fix it with all the gems, etc., it takes a special hand. A person has gifts, and this is one of the reasons why these gifts come. By the blessings of Krishna, a person is elevated to the possibility of decorating his form. Just as Banke did, just as Mira did. The singer, Payoji Maine Ramaratana Dana Payo. I found the beauty of devotion. I learned, I didn't know it, I had no idea that bhajan we like to sing. She's talking from she heart. I didn't know head to tail about God. I didn't know, but when my mother-in-law put poison in my food and I called Krishna and I said, Krishna, you eat it first. The cobra poison that was placed for Mira turned to honey. Then I started to learn, because of hurtful moments, I started to learn about devotion. I started to learn about bhakti, and it became so engrossed inside of me. Then after I did that, and I saw what it was to pray to God, bless my food, and then see the value of not dying because of what people put in the food for me. How could I go back to not praying over my food? How could I ever eat food and never call his name? I learned about bhakti, Payoji Maine. This is what she says in that song. Krishna was so happy that he found this man. As we enter into 42, chapter 42, Sukdev Goswami says he's walking, and there was somebody called Vaktra. Vaktra means deformity. The person's body deformity is twisted and bent, crooked. Vakt, she has 3 deformities. By the neck, crooked, by the chest, twisted, and the waist is bent. The neck has the hump on the back, so she is bent really, really bad. And everybody watches this person and judges this person. You and I could be guilty of the same. Think about it. You have to give a gift. When somebody comes with scary features, when somebody looks deformed, it takes a special person to see the good, to go and say a kind word. Hello, hi, good afternoon, Sitaram, to such a person. However, the typical person sees a person looking nice like Potna, dressed up like an actress, and that is the person we rush to usher in. The rich person, the well-dressed person, the perfect-looking person. But the person who is walking the front, twisted, crooked, you know what we tend to say? Oh, well, he do some sin, brother. Look, he well paying for sin. The truth is, sometimes the pretty face have so much pain, so much suffering. They look nice, but they're not nice inside. But this person, she was singing, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Ram Ram Bol. Twisted, disfigured, crooked person. If me and you catch a cramp, no, we are going and saying Hari Narayana. Imagine your body bent and you cannot straighten your neck. God make you so. And you go sing Narayana. You go be happy, you go be positive, you go be in the depth of depression. How God, if God make everything, how God could make me so? If it was me, I'd do that. But Christian walking on the road and he watching, but the figure, the person, it ain't matching the song, it ain't matching the walk, is dragging foot. Imagine the stick hit on the ground and then pull your body forward to the stick. The foot had to drag because of the twisted spine. And still from it with a joy, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Ram Ram Bol. Krishna walked up to her and he says, Mother, lady with the beautiful, beautiful features, who are you? What is, and she trying to hold a bowl. It's not that she just hands free, struggling, but singing with a smile. She says, I work for the king. And everybody calls me Vakt because of my twisted body in 3 places. I am the person in charge of making all the sandal paste. I grind it from wood into paste, like what we just put in chandan. And I anoint the king's body to moisturize and better his body and allow his scent, allow his skin to be so attractive. I do that. Look at my body, young boy. I know the value of beauty. When somebody is deficient, the day you don't have food, that is the day you value food. The day you don't have family life, love, the laughter of children, that is the time you will enjoy that. But the parent who have 4 or 5 children, they're fed up. Oh God. The person who have too much food, you're going to hear the child say, Mom, I don't eat karaili. I don't want this, I don't want that. She says, I don't have physical beauty. So I know what it is to make somebody beautiful. And I am that person. He gives me this job. And I am singing because you have to pray over this ointment. Little boy, I pray over it. That's the secret. I pray over it so that when this paste is applied to the patients, they feel different. They feel the energy, but the energy comes from the earnest of my heart, wanting to give them betterment. Not just doing a job, not just doing the duty, but doing it how? And Krishna felt very pleased to hear her. He says, Ma, will you decorate me? Will you anoint me? She says, you will let this humpback deformed. How much people want a deformed person with all kind of skin ailments, different growth, different things, the face twisted, all kind of. You want me to rub you, young boy? Are you sure? Let's hear what he tells her. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Mama Rupam Gunaye Dhata Prahi Keshava Utari Yanta Kesha Samayukta Jataye Hridaye Rishikesh Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. He says, Ma, and he held on to the chin, and when he holds to the chin, he lifted, and with the lift, the spine started to straighten, the hump went. As he turned the neck, the chest straightened. As he lifted again, the hip, the entire girdle straightened up, her body went straight. He says, what do you think I am looking at? I am looking at the most beautiful form in all of Mathura. Sita. He says, of all the people in this city, you are the hope of Mathura. Inside of you, the beauty, the joy that I see, I do not see it anywhere else. You should be called Diya, you should be called Jyoti, because you are the light in this dark place. May you please take your blessed hands. Now imagine the person just get saved from a lifetime of condemnation. All the insult, forget your physical impediment. Imagine how many people were cruel to her. How many boys didn't want to marry her. All the school friends that slander her. Imagine all the people, parents who hated her. She became a burden, and now a little child just lift the chin and it fixed. The person is so amazed, and he is saying, oh, hope of Mathura, take your hands and rub my face, rub my body. What twist, what bend, what disfigurement, what are you talking about? I don't see it. Tears in her eyes. She starts to rub his cheek. If you ever go to Hare Krishna temple and you see they rub where the Chitra and the Gupta is here of the Guru, they make two circles here. They don't put Tika alone. They rub here to guide and cool the two lights that are recording all of our good deeds and bad deeds. Yamraj says, I put them here, Chitra and Gupta, the people that record good and bad. She started to rub his forehead. May you never have stress. May you never have any type of strain. And she rubs his face and his chest. But tears are flowing. Isham te griha sudhyatam Prasuya manive darshanna Sandinetam ye pratha Paramananda ye madhava Jaya Bhole Baba Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. When you next go to a Christian's temple, pay attention. Of all the things we give to his folk, Imagine people could have buy silk robe. You have a murti. You could have bought this, that, the other. You could have gotten golden items. But for him, the most important gift is flowers, and that sandal piece. When you see the person coat the whole murti, they take the wood, we have it there, and they are grinding it, and they take it and they massage his body, they rub his feet. Understand this morning where that practice came from. Because he accepted this woman, he healed this woman, he gave her so much blessing. Tears are running from her eyes, and what could she do? She anoints the Lord with this sweet smelling peace. And in the moment when she dropped to his feet and bowed, he said, blessed is the person that gives this type of ointment, the sandal piece, to me. May they always be blessed just as you. That if in their body there is ailments, they have problems, they have predicament, by gifting Christian this type of gift, those problems will go, just as they went for this lady. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. After blessing her, she was crying. You could imagine you had a moment of darshan. It happens sometime when people go to a place. And maybe I remember the first time I went to Puttaparthi and saw Sai Baba. And we were all together in those days doing Hindi. I was doing Hindi in El Dorado Temple. And the group that was doing the Hindi and the Ramayana class decided to take a tour, and we went. And I'm sitting on the side, how the hall is for the morning service. Men on this side, women on this side. Huge place. In those days, Baba was still alive. And everybody, where I was sitting, only men, as I said. People from Russia, people from Finland. I'm only around European white men. And they are crying because they are cursed. So, out of concern, why are you cursed? What wrong? We've been here for 14 days. We've been here for 17 days. And Baba did not come. Baba did at that time, he was in the kind of motorized wheelchair. They're not sure if he's coming here. There's another ashram from Puttaparthi in Whitefield. He's only in Whitefield. He's staying in that place and he's not coming here. We will not get to see him and we'll have to cut the trip short. That morning, I cannot describe to you how the mridanga and everything, the entire place from a sleep kind of morning, quiet, somber, everything started to make noise as Baba was coming. And at a distance, nowhere close or anything like that, I got to saw Satya Sai Baba. I cannot explain why you sit in that moment. If you're in the company of good people, if you're in the company of prayerfulness or puja, or something is happening, and your devotion, it leaves you very quiet, you can't talk, but tears start to run from your body. Only when somebody has a moment like that, then maybe they could describe it to you. Maybe the bhajan was saying, maybe for some the tapu is playing. Different things trigger different people. For me, I remember this day. And I just saw this little vehicle moving left and right, and that was it. He gave a small talk. But in that moment, the energy was so different that for me, I started to cry and I remained crying. The service finished, everybody get up and going. And one of the people come and, are you okay? Are you alright? Because I just sit down crying by myself. Some place you feel like that, some place you don't. And truthfully, when somebody says that is God work, God was ready. In my example, I'm sure you have yours. The same God stand in your home and you don't feel like that. The same Murti could be in your house and you don't have that moment. Then something we're doing is a little lucky. Then we need to buck up a little bit because that same God live here, live there, live everywhere. And that feeling, we should be able to have it in our home. Not only in big places or momentous occasion. It should be that when we go to pray, if it's just Sunamedi Devi and you hear your song, your chalisa, your something, I'm making the sada roti and I'm Shri Guru Charana and the radio playing. in that moment for yourself, connect with your God and see him flying with the mountain. And as if I could touch him, and just for 2 seconds, let the tears come in your eye. I need taxi. And I say in my prayers, God, you alone know how this chest feeling right now. Because the truth is, I can't wait to go back to Sai Baba's ashram to get that darshan, to feel God. The pain, the trouble, the bandit could hold me here in Trinidad. So the God, truthfully, gives you these moments to wake up something. Oh, this is what it feels like. This is what it is to feel something more than yourself. So now you know. But then you recognize that divinity wherever you go, because the trouble is trailing you like the shadow. So you have to grow where you are and not necessarily where you think God is. Because that's the catch. Is there a place God doesn't exist? Is there a place that is less than, and there are places that is more than? There are places where he's less worshipped, and because of that the energy is less, and there are places where a lot of people pray and maybe it feels very activated. The person like this girl is having a moment of revelation. How is this happening? Why is this happening? And in that stupor, she just leaves him. She's dumbfounded and walks away crying. Christian says, let's continue, brother, let's walk. And they walk until they find the little shell, the Shala, a shed where the big bow of Lord Shiva, where the Yagna is going on. Imagine on a big table the bow of Lord Shiva, not a normal size bow, but a massive bow. Kans left it there, just as we have our murtis in full display. And the Bedis on the side. Kans had his prayers, doing all the Brahman, doing puja. And those people that are doing the prayer will get up when they finish there and they will come to worship the bow, the article of Lord Shiva. You do it too. The weapon of Lord Shiva in that Trishul, you will see people put in tikka. They will worship it. This represents Shiv Baba. In this case, they're using the bow instead of the Trishul. That's all. Krishna wanted to go and send a message to Kans. Kans didn't know they reach. Akura did not go and say anything as yet. Giving him time to walk through, they went into where the Yagya Shala, or the sacrificial hall, if Yagya means sacrifice, the sacrificial hall, and he went close to the bow. Let's hear what happens, everybody. Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo. Save me, Prabhu. Save me, Prabhu. The earth was calling on him in that form of that cow. Unrighteousness. The burden is so much. And Mother Earth started to vibrate just a little bit. Because when Christian went into that Yagya Shala, it was time to announce trouble. And what did he do? Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, He Chakra
Raksha karo, He Chakra
Adayate Devad, Sunno meri pukar, He Prabhu Dukha Harika,
Tu hi hai Rakshaka Deva. Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, Raksha karo, He Chakra Sudarshan Vali. Raksha karo, He Chakra Sudarshan Vali.
Imagine Mother Earth who came as the cow. Remember, this is Govinda. Govinda, who is the protector of the cow. Raksha karo, save me, Prabhu. Adaya tere dwar. I came to your doorway and I'm begging. Sunalo mere pukar. Listen to my prayer. Oh, Prabhu, dukh, sadness and pain is my part. Save me, Raksha Dev. Raksha Dev, save me. You are the savior. Save me. Listen to my prayer. Mother Earth was raised. The moment is happening. What did Krishna do? पुरुषयेयाति दानुपुरयातं परमाद्विजयाते कंसययेत
रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो हे चक्र सुदर्शन वाली रक्षा करो हे चक्र सुदर्शन वाली.
He walks into the Yagnashala. And because these people know, there are some people who don't know what is to be done and not to be done in a yagya. One of the things that is to be done is to allow children to be free because of their innocence, because of what their energy. You allow them to be comfortable. And when they are free and happy, it is an indicator that the goddess is happy with the prayer that you are offering. When children are not able to sing, they are not happy, they are not making their mischief, the energy of that place is lacking. Just as we talked about the vibration of God, the vibration causes children to do all sort of work, strange things. And the people who come enjoy their energy and their work. Krishna now, in his Kishori age, 11 to 15, he walked straight through the Yagnashala, past all the people sitting and watching the prayer, clapping and listening to all the mantra, all the sang, all the bells, bajave, everything was ringing, and he walked straight through past everybody. Paid no attention to the puja, paid no attention to the havan, and he went straight up to where the main entity, imagine our murti, he went to where the bow was, and with his left hand picked up the bow. This was not done. Only the Pandit could touch the bow. Only Kans could touch the bow. And now one of the children touching what they're not supposed to touch. Trouble. Let's hear what happened. Karnaye Kamsa Salila Mukti Sajane ye Kripate Mathura Rupyatam रक्षा करो
रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो हे चक्र सुदर्शन वाली रक्षा करो हे चक्र सुदर्शन वाली.
Krishna picked it up and he was holding it in his hand and he was looking at Balram. This is what everybody is worshipping. This is the big deal. And when he held in the middle, and as if Sukdev Goswami says, as if he broke a piece of sugarcane, breaks the mighty bow of Lord Shiva. Yet again it broke. What a sign, what a resonance, the sound, the vibration. When Sri Ram broke it, Parashuram was agitated and he comes, who did this in Ramayana? Now, Krishna comes and he does the same thing. The same bow that nobody could lift. The same bow that was so it was impervious. It could not be broken. It couldn't be strung. Krishna breaks it as if it is a matchstick. And the vibration rocked the earth. Mother Earth is happy because his Leela just begun. Now Kamsa is going to finish. Why? What is she talking about when she says she's overburdened? Goswami Sukdev Goswami says here, understand Parikshit, when Mother Earth takes the form of the cow, she went and she told Vishnu Baba, come, I'm overburdened with negativity. But in this moment, only Krishna could understand what that means. If yesterday we heard from Dattatreya Swami that the earth is his guru, that the earth is holding everybody, how could she be overrun with negativity? Jara Krishna Manchar Gopikananare Priyate Yaedam Muktiye Danyate Raksha Karo
रक्षा करो रक्षा करो रक्षा करो
Raksha Karo He Chakra
रक्षा करो हे चक्र सुदर्शन वाली।
Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai. It is a common statement that she was overburdened. This lady who is praised because of her ability to hold her children, the earth. How could she become overburdened? What is this? What is happening? Is it that the mere contact of some bad people was so much for the earth? The answer for this is not given in Bhagavad. In a different text, Krishna and Dirty are talking. Not Krishna, sorry. The incarnation of Varaha. Where, look at the Panchmukha form here, where he has the boar head, that incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He got married to Mother Earth. And this was long before Ram, long before Krishna. There's no Ramayana, for example. That form is where we get Kusha grass from. Mother Earth says, I do not need, our children, the people on earth, do not need you, O Vishnu Baba, O Varaha Baba. They only need me, the mother. Once I am there to hold them, support them, that is all they need. I give them the vegetation, I give the animals the grass to eat, the water to drink. I maintain the cycle for oxygen. The plant takes in the carbon dioxide, gives off the oxygen, and they take oxygen and make that. And that balance is maintained by myself. All the minerals are in the earth, not you. They don't need you. So Varaha Swami says, so the children only need you, they need me. She says, that is what I just said. She says, okay, from today, when your children are overburdened with stress, strain, hardship, difficulty, bless them when they touch you. Let their pain leave them and go to you. Today, Sanatanis Hindu, let me ask you this. If somebody says when you go to a temple, you're bare feet, you do Havan, you do your Murti, I see your bow, I see it is be touching. Why are you touching for? What you're bowing for? Why are you bare feet when you're home and you're offering your jal? To make the contact with the earth, so the negative energy comes off the person. When the person does Havan and they take the smoke over their hair and they pull, they're supposed to tap the earth. Let that negative, let that trouble go to the earth. So imagine, forget all the different rakshas, all the good people were under strain because of the bad people. The people in society were going through all forms of trouble, and they would come and pray, offering jal, offering diya, saying their prayers, and they would put their hand on the earth and beg, Mother, take off my trouble. Mother, afraid. Mother, frightened. Mother, I don't know what coming next. Help me, ma. Please take away all the sickness. And when that started to come off now, it was too much because everybody touching she and everybody praying. Think about this. In some elders' lives today, there was a time when people didn't know about cancer. There was a time people didn't know about this sickness. Just as children today, there was a time we didn't have COVID. There was no COVID. But now there is COVID. Now we have so much sanitation, and we worry about the lung performance, and we start to worry about that. That wasn't there in the times of our grandparents. As times are passing, Satyanarayan Katha says, new disease, shorten lifespan, people are going to get sick. But what does a sick person do? The righteous person goes and put their head by the murti, put their flowers, put their sandal paste, their little perfume, and they rest their head by that murti. Prabhu, today I get diagnosed with cancer. Prabhu, they say the sugar is going down. Prabhu, the pressure is going down. Prabhu, the cholesterol elevated. Take away my trouble, mother. And the trouble that started to overburden mother. This is the overburden in helping, in holding the children. There's so much of sickness, difficulty, hardship. She says, Prabhu, in this moment, now look, you've come to help by removing the burden of bad people. The good children will stop suffering. And this is where the burden that I have will lessen. Imagine we took away all the sickness from people and they went to bow by their murti, and all they were saying, dear God, things are going good. Things are happy. Things are going really smooth. Thank you, God. Bless us to keep it going smooth. Compared to the content, we sick with this, we had this trouble, the children are talking to with the grandchildren have no respect in the mouth. Oh God, think about the content of the prayer. Mother Earth is praying for the re-establishment of positivity, not in the damned people, but for the people who getting damned because of other people. We are living in that right now. When you go to pray, think about the content of your prayer. How many days are you saying, dear God, thank you. Things are going good. Thank you. The fact is, in our culture, we are taught very easy. Do Saraswati Puja. Do Saraswati Puja. Exam coming. But when the exam done, throw away Saraswati. Who doing Saraswati Puja then? Who doing worship then? We done the exam. We get through the results. Ooh, forget that. When the twang of the bow, the breaking of the bow, a loud message was sent. Kans was lying on his couch and he jumps up, awakened by this frightful song, whilst Krishna is smiling and laughing and all are in awe to see what is happening. Kans is very agitated because he knows he's sent for Krishna to come. Krishna leaves the Yagyashala, puts down the broken bow, and now he's going where the other part of the prayer, imagine our next shed, and waiting outside of that shed is the elephant. Whilst he's walking up to the elephant, what is Sukdev Goswami saying? Kans is seeing that he's watching in the mirror, but he's not seeing his reflection. Kans is seeing that his shadow is not behind him. Kans is seeing that he's trying to light lights in his room in the castle, and the light for nothing will light. And he knows that these bad omens, these negative signs are not good. When he's walking, when he finished wash his feet and he's walking, there's no footprint, no wet footprint. In his dream, he was seeing that he's embracing all the dead in his family, all the spirit, all the rotten face and rotten body, unrested souls are coming to embrace him and hold him. Welcome home, brother, welcome home. When he went to talk to his advisors, he says, I am only dreaming my body naked. And they tell him, Rajan, all these are signs of death. Prepare, bad things, bad times are coming. When he looks to the eastern direction, when sun is coming, it seems as if the sun cannot rise. The time is off. It is still night. And he becomes very despondent. If only Kans could have gotten the advice to change, to release. What was the problem? If he had only released Vasudeva and Devaki from that jail, he would have been spared. But even with these signs, even in these moments, he still is holding on. I am going to kill Vasudeva. After today, after I destroy his son, I want him to live to see his son die. That will be the most harsh punishment for that father. Live to see your son die and know he died at my hands. And then I will kill you. When the life rushes out of the body of the father and the mother, bear in mind, the mother Devaki is his own sister. With this type of, I don't know what you call this, but let's call it bestiality, this type of beast animal. Even now, he does not show compassion. Even now, he cannot think properly. Krishna, knowing what is going on with Kans, walks up to the elephant, and the elephant recognizing him based on the plot and the plan of last night. The elephant attacks Krishna, and Krishna dispatches, he breaks that elephant. Destroys the elephant, and the body of the elephant lies lifeless at the entrance to the chamber where the wrestling is going to happen. Let's enter into this slok. As he goes inside, Sitaram. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam. Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari. Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari. Vrato Gopakim Charanyatam Devatam Rageyati Vivichatyatam Rajaye Chanur Ye Idyatam Satyarupyati Achyutam Keshavam Satyabhamadavam Madhavam Sridharam Radhikaraditam Indira Mandiram Chekasa Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandajam Sandari Devaki Nandanam Nandanam Sandari. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. After destroying the elephant, they enter into the ring, and Kamsa is there. He says, let them. Well, it is said, look at these two beautiful young boys, these two brothers. What wickedness are they going to try now? What is going to happen next? What wickedness will Kamsa do? You have trained soldiers, great warriors inside the ring. Why are they sending these little boys? What muscles could they have to fight these great soldiers? And they are ushered in based on the advice of Kamsa. Oh, come little boy, come. We will go easy on you. You seem to be a strong boy. And one by one, Krishna destroys, Balaram destroys all of them. Just as he danced on the fangs of Kalia in that place called Gokul, in the waters of Yamuna. Now the serpent has taken a human persona in the form of Pralamba, Vatsaka, Chanur, all the different demons that Kamsa put into the arena. One by one, the brothers are fighting. Balaram is using his plow and is fighting them. And these Kushora, these young boys, Chanur, his neck is being pressed on the floor by the foot of Balaram, and he's pulling the arm as if he wants to wring it out. And it is Chanur, one of the great demons, says, you cannot be 15 years old. You possess the weight, the entire weight. I feel the weight of this universe. In the Hindu faith, when we look at outer space and we see black, the black that you and I see is believed to be the hood of Sheshnag. One of his hood is bent, holding up the planets, allowing it to float in this black space, as it would. But the weight of this 1,000-headed serpent now rests on the body of this demon. And with the pain and the suffering, when that moment, he says, you cannot be a little boy and be so strong and be so heavy. And with all the ambition now wrung out of their body, it was time for their life to leave. The people from Mathura celebrated for the boys that were winning the fight, which is strange. This is their arena. This is their people, their heroes, and they know good and bad. And when they saw good winning bad, they cheered for the good forces. Sit down. When one by one, Mustika, Chanur, all the different demons were destroyed, Balaram says, is there nobody else? Is there no other form? Is there no one else to come and battle? All the ladies, all the mothers, all the girls want to know, who is that handsome one? I wonder if I'll be able to marry him, the big one, the fair one. Is he able to get married? I have to marry him. Look how brave he is. Look how powerful he is. He is like a hawk jumping and beating Chanur. Now look, Chanur is destroyed. And the two brothers continued to call, who will fight us next? All the demons that they had reserved to fight them, fought them and lost their lives. फूलों में सज रही है शिवेंद्रवन बिहारी. You hear the name Vrindavan Bihari? फूलों में सज रही है शिवेंद्रवन बिहारी और साथ सज रही है वृषभानु के दुलारी. तेरा समुकुट सर पर लखा किसी अदा से करुणा बरस रही है करुणा बड़ी निगाह से. राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे. Come on everybody. गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 राधे. Oh, head of the boards dynasty cunts, come, we want you to fight these little boys and them enter the arena. Come now. And they're calling him. And it said that in the heart and the mind of this sinner, he didn't realize Yamraj was calling him. That death and destruction was waiting on him. What does he do in his final moment? He didn't ask for forgiveness. He did not look for God. He says, oh soldier, go and bring Vasudev. Go and bring Devaki. Allow them to be in their shackles. Bring Ugrasen, my father. I am about to kill their child. I'm going to rip their bodies in half. And I want them to see it. His last act was an act of cruelty. An act of pain. This is all he could do, but his heart and mind is only on Krishna. And even in this case where his intention is so poor, he doesn't know, but Krishna is ready. Krishna came personally. Some people go to God and beg. Some people go on Tirat. Some people have to go on Yatra. Some people like Akura have to go and bathe in Yamuna. But now Krishna, that master of all, came today to play with Kamsa. To take him, to take hold of him. And he didn't realize the moment that he was in. Vasudev Sutta hai, Devaki Sutta, Radha Banage, Bhanu Pritha, Kamsa Pitaye Narayana, Paramakshakaye Radhitam, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe. What a moment that everybody, when they listen to this part, they just think, oh, Krishna is going to destroy Kamsa, they're going to battle, they're going to wrestle, and something happens and Kamsa is gone. But the beauty of this portion is not Kamsa. Every day people are accepted by God. Every day sinful people go to God. What's different? But in this day, a mother who saw All her children slaughtered. 6 sons. She never got to enjoy them. The 7th, the Durga jumps up in the sky. That same Balaram is rushed away. She doesn't get to enjoy him. And the 8th one, she only saw his dark, that Mohan, that Sham, that dark, beautiful baby in a basket and out the door. She never got to feed him. She is the person who beats her breast and she says, why did you give me this equipment as a woman? Why give me a womb? And not one day I made 8 children. I would never get to feed them. Not one day. What a sinful birth is this. She is the person who prays like that, who cries like that, who grieves like that. Today now in shackles, the soldier is saying, Ma, who feels sorry for them, today we want you to come and see. And Devaki whispers to Vasudeva, why are we coming in this place? And Vasudeva says, you're going to see your son for the first time. For the first time, you're going to see your son. Let's hear what Devaki asked him. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe, Radhe, Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe, Radhe, Govinda Radhe,
Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe,
Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe,
Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe,
Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe, Radhe, Govinda Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe, Govinda Radhe.
She says, is it the dark one? The shorter one? Is that my boy? The one that came from my belly, is it that one? Or is it that tall mountain of a man? The fair one? Is that my son? And the only person who lived in that jail cell with her, the only person who could understand the journey of this lady. The brother is so cruel. She would bow to the foot of Kamsa. But what does Kamsa do? I am your brother, but I will leave the blood of your 6 sons to mar the wall. He took them by the foot. When you listen to Krishna Janam Katha, he holds them by the foot and he flings them and he says, Devaki, watch! And he bashed their head against the wall and he allows that newborn blood, that high red blood, to mar the wall. And for years she had to watch that blood and grieve. No, but me and you might have a pity. Look, baby, when you were small, look, you did this, you did that. But this is the pity she has of her children. And after all these years, now she gets to see. Trembling, she asks Vasudeva, Vasudeva, which one is he? Will I get to see him today? Put your hand together for this part. This part are blessed. Close your eye and talk to your God. What a darshan to see him. When you see him work in your life. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe. Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe. Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe. Keshava Gosine, Gargamuni, ye natna, he Devaki, Ananda Bhlita ye dvijate, Sutaya Dama Shuka Kari, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Come on, everybody. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe. Radhe, 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 Govinda Radhe. Radhe, 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 Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Vasudev says, I was standing with you in the jail. I don't know which one. But our Pandit, who does the Nam Sanskar for Krishna, Vasudeva was in the jail and he told his Pandit, Garg Muni, the person who make the Patra book, go and do Nam Sanskar for my sons. They are in nun's house. And when he went, the first name, it is he who gives him Krishna. It is he who gives him Keshav. He says, based on what Garg, come back and tell me. Your son, the one that born from your belly, is called Keshav. Keshav is the one with the curly hair, locks. Very plaited hair. Look, you see that shorter one, that dark one? That is your son. That have to be your son. And that mother in that moment, me and you will celebrate war. Me and you, the earth, happy. The bad man is about to die. But in the heart of that mother, she didn't see the Sheshnag wearing Mahavishnu. She saw her little boy about to do battle with a monster. She sees her son in danger. Just as Yashoda didn't see the Mahavishnu on top of Kalia dancing on top of snake and the snake in trouble. She saw fangs holding on to the red at the baby foot. What's the picture when you see it? The foot in that picture is very red because of the cutting of these fangs of the snake. And Yashoda saw it. What a mother would see, other people might just be blind and never see it. And in this moment, Devaki sees where if he holds on to this child, this is my last chance to have a child. And if he gets hold, he will not stop until he strangles the life out of him. She forget who appear in the jail cell. Raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha. Shankar Chakra, Gada Padma, the four-handed form, Mahavishnu came that night, that dark night, on that Ashtami night. She saw what nobody could see. What Arjuna had to get divine vision to see, that Virat form. She saw Mahavishnu in that jail cell. She forget all about that. This is her baby. But her baby held on to the neck of her brother. And they started to spin in that battle, in that arena. And now all the focus, all the energies of Krishna came for Kamsa. Who is Kamsa? Who is Kamsa? How is it? Parikshit wants to know, how is it that he has this opportunity? What did he do? Believe me, there's a backstory to Devaki. There's a backstory to Vasudeva, that they only got to make Krishna, but they didn't get to mind him. Our words. Somebody prayed for it. Dear God, I just want to make you. I just want you to come from my body. I just want to be your biological mother. No problem. God bless you. Somebody else prayed, I want to be able to feed you. I want to be able to take care of you. I want to live in a house where you are making all the trouble. No problem. You'll be Yashoda. For anybody who thought Krishna was this bed of roses, remember he was trouble. As she going to make the milk, come back. Trouble, he throw down something. As she going to focus and she drop the poor lady in today's world, they would have called children authority for she. She tie up the child. She trying to hold down this monster. And you cannot stop me going to do mischief. She prayed for that. She wanted that. But Devaki now, maybe not as blessed as Yashoda, didn't think when she was praying. And what she say, what me and you ask, what days will coming. I just want to make you. Allow me to make you. She never said, let me feed you. Let me get to kiss you here. Let me get to do the sanskar to cut you here. Let me get to christen you. Let me get to put the jane on your chest. Yashoda gets to do all of it. When you go to the sanskar, who gets to hold the baby from the day they cut the hair, when they pull in with soup? You know, when you go to the wedding and you see Mamu giving the mango leaf, the stem in Trinidad, West Indian culture. In different parts of the world, they put bay leaf for different thing for the Lakshmi again. When the baby came through the door and Mami holding and they crossed the light, the Mamu says today, the Mamu is the mother's brother. The mamu is the male, the only male mamu, the only person that will love you like your mother. That is a mamu. And he says, I promise I will help lift you. When you can't go and tell your mother you like the girl or you like the boy, come tell me. The day the wedding going now, I help raise you, I make you who you is. And today I wish you that the bitterness of that stem, symbolically, I wish, may I want that for you. Overcome the bitterness of marriage, the troubles of marriage. And I bless you. When you see a face where that trouble, you go have sense. You go cross that. You go make it. Watch what this mamu do. This mamu was different. This mamu was different. This mamu, oh God, he bring poison to kill. How much people he send to kill him? This mamu, who was he? In Ramayana, he was Kalnemi. He was this person in a very summarized form that held back Hanuman Baba from doing the work. And because of that entire performance of Kalnemi, he was blessed, Sitaram. He was blessed that Krishna himself would come for him, for that soul. Because of the life that he did, now Prabhu himself comes for him. Everybody put your hand together. Hatnat priya dharma, dharma gya kuruvansanat vatsala. And he held on, his whole dharma is going to be reestablished. I imagine the hands coming, Mamu, I want to hug you. And Krishna jump up for Baki ride. Jackie ride on the back. And he hold on and the arm came around the neck. And they are fighting, and no matter what, he says, you held back my work. You held back my work, and now I'm going to hold you. And he grips the neck of Kamsa. Tvam hidaye Kamsa rupaya sagre prajana hitave vida hitaye punya purusha parama supujitam he Keshava. In that city of Mathura, Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai, that hand of Krishna hugged his mamu. The embodiment of unrighteousness, pain caused to so many people. The oppressor of living entities. The person who has the ability now to bring freedom from pain. That protector of the creation, that sustainer of life, held on to his body. Sukdev Goswami says, Parikshit, can you see it? A mother is crying. The people are celebrating because in the moment the dictator is about to die. And he holds on to that little hand, but it is squeezing so strong the weight of the universe is choking him. His tongue comes out of his body. And when the life left the body, it went straight into the heart. Where that press, that stamp, that chest mark of Krishna Vishnu Bhagwan. I'll explain that for you. Where that mark is on his chest, the soul, the Jivatma of Kalnemi, the Jivatma of who is Kamsa, goes there never to be seen again. That even if you are the most sinful person, no matter what mistake you make, when people talk that there is no hope, no matter how mad and scarred your body is, there is somebody waiting to accept you. This is what you pray for. This is who you pray to. Devaki Sutta Vasudevascha Vegyan Jagadishwari Krita Sundara He Keshava Devaki Putra Jayati Shantaya. The son of Devaki and Vasudev jumped on the body of this massive corpse. And Devaki did not even witness it. She closed her eyes and she talked to God, tears streaming. Protect him, protect him, protect him, protect him, protect him. Do not allow anything to happen to him. Blessed is the person, this is the part we pray now. Blessed is the person who listens to this. Blessed is the person that when they are Kamsa, when they are Kalnemis, when there are people that are holding back all your all your moments, all your goodness, all your grace, when there's things that are polluting your life, blessed there be a little hero to come dancing with flowers, to come dancing with solutions, to take away that pain and that oppression. That bless you, that this persona always walk and prance like the streets of Mathura, walk in the different days of your life and never abandon you. Dear God, today I put my head at your feet. I am not perfect. I have a very horrible past. I am not a perfect person, and I need your blessing. Just as you blessed all and you accepted all, accept me today. Blessed is the person that they would be accepted by the Son of Devaki. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. This is the end of our 4th session. This is the Katha that shows the power of the Christian taking Kamsa. This is the whole discourse. Do you see how much it has in it? And if God bless you, you get to go and you see Mathura. Understand what you went to see. Understand in that place it wasn't perfect. Not everybody is God grace and God given. Don't be surprised that where you're located, you might see 9 people. How you behave so. But in the midst of that 9, you might find 1 that show you the characteristics of a godly person. Look for people like that. And when you are tested in your life, satsang is associating yourself with people who know about God, who know about righteousness. And when these people could give you a little inca of hope, a little encouragement, don't give up. It have a better tomorrow. If you do it good, you will see betterment. That is the power of congregational worship. You rub shoulders with people who fighting just like you. Nobody is perfect. No. From pundit to bandit, nobody is perfect. But we all need the help, and we have to go and put we head by one place. And that is the only place you'll get the help. You find your Krishna and you rest your head. And based on the example of our Bhagavad, become the Devaki, become the Vasudeva, become the lady with the twisted body. That my life has so hard, but still I'm not giving up the goodness. That one day, good days will be mine. Better days will be mine. I am not giving up that goodness inside of me. And when Kamsa is destroyed, and brightness and lightness and luster is yours, you will know why you bowed to that Murti. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. My Baba watching me. Time run away from everybody. I hope I'll enjoy all the Katha. This morning, as we are now long Vrindavan finished, Krishna is now taking up residence in Mathura. And in these 2 slokas to close this chapter 44, it says, when he's finished with Kamsa, Balaram whispers to him, let us go and meet who we have to meet. Let us go and meet our mother. She has been waiting long. Don't play here. Big brother telling little brother, don't stay here. Come on. Your work here done. Look, she stand up there. Come on. How they know their mother? She has on the shackles. That is all they know. Christian feels very bad because of him. Look what my mother had to go through. Because of me, will she accept me? Will she allow me to touch that foot? Look at pain and suffering I caused she. And Krishna hesitated to go in front of Devaki. And Devaki says to him, will you still rub me to smell here where the mother is getting blessing? Where the father is getting blessing? You see this front part of the forehead? You ever see how people smell the child forehead? This piece of the hair? When the mother and father get to smell that, there's a blessing that they get. Will you still rob me the ability to smell that? Why are you standing at a distance? The soldiers came and took off the shackles. They are now free. She looks to Vasudeva. Will he afraid? Will he not come to me? Balram lead. And Balram went and touched the foot first and hold on to them and squeeze she. And it was Balram who has to rough up Krishna. Balram who says, come here, little boy. And allows him to hold on to Devaki. See it in your mind how that lady felt in that moment. You're waiting your whole time for this moment. And when it came, that hug didn't need to end. Everybody now didn't matter. Nothing. This whole history of my suffering didn't matter for every lady who went through pregnancy. All the pain of bringing this child into the world. I am told, when you see the eyes, when you hear the ball, when you smell the forehead, you just forget all about that suffering. And somehow she forget all what she went through, all the trouble, all the years, all the different things that went. She forgot all about it. And in that moment, she played with the hair. The name Keshava is the name that Devaki held on to Krishna for. That was the name because what she did, she smelled the hair, she played with his head, she relished the hair, she held on to the hair. And the tears was wetting his head. And in that moment, Devaki got what she was praying for. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Allow me to pause here as we've come to the end of this session. Everybody, let's all stand. Consider this. When you are doing what is supposed to happen when a Vyas is speaking in Sanatan Dharma, the Pandit is not supposed to give you every explanation. Different people here have different karma. A child will understand to the child level. An adult will understand. A woman will understand different. A lady who make a child will understand different. So what is supposed to happen in a satsang? The teacher gives the discourse verbatim about the God. The God, not the Pandit. You leave it to the person's, their karma, their understanding, what God revealed in their head, to take what went on and carry it home and choose it and apply it to see it. But you know, that is what it means. And that is what I attract. That is the path I take. But if the Pandit, on the other hand, in the Western world, only talk for children, then the adults are going to be lost. If you only speak for the adults, then the children will get fed up. The part of Vyas is very difficult because you are talking to a mixed audience. Some people will understand, some people will not understand. There are things I am sure, names I am sure you will forget. But understand, it's not Keshava words that bring the blessing. It's the history of Krishna. If I were to cut it down, cut it short, I'm robbing you. When you hear it, what Krishna wants you to remember, what he wants you to feel, that is what you will feel. That is what you will take away from it. That is the experience of satsang. And when it go like that and you're going home and you remember and you talk, that is when it starts to work. That is Smaranam, where you recall what you learned. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Put your hands together, everybody, as we do short arti. Jai Jai Bhagavat Bhagavan Ki Hai Aarti.
पापियों को वापसी जय जय भागवत भगवान की
है आरती। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेरनी नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेरनी
आरती ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत श्रापो पुनिताने वाला हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत श्रापो पुनिताने वाला हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला हे सुख करनी है दुख हरनी है दुख हरनी मधुसूदन की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती ये भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती ये मधुर बोल जगपन्न कोल तन दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही प्रभु की महिमा की आरती एवरीबॉडी पापियों को पाप से है तारती तेरे भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला मुरली लोला नंदलाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला केशव माधव जनार्दना केशव माधव जनार्दना केशव माधव जनार्दना केशव माधव जनार्दना वनमाला वृंदावन माला मुरली लोला नंदलाला गोपाला राधा लोला मुरली लोला नंदलाला केशव माधव जनार्दना केशव माधव जनार्दना वनमाला वृंदावन माला वनमाला वृंदावन माला मुरली लोला नंदलाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला गोपाला राधा लोला मुरली मुरली लोला नंदलाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला Christian, if we didn't have to stop for puja, boy, we'd have keep going. Thank you for this opportunity to listen to your Bhagavad. Thank you for every day that you give to us. Thank you for the good. And Prabhu, thank you for the solutions when the days are tough. When we have our trouble, God, you alone know how we do it. Thank you, God, day and night. Thank you for everything. Everybody, as we end this session, Tvameva Mata
सखिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
त्वमेव विद्या
द्रविणं त्वमेव
त्वमेव सर्वम्
मम देव देवा
त्वमेव सर्वम्
मम देव देवा
Together. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलो मापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, जय जय सीताराम, सीताराम everybody.